Get up and at 'em, it's race day. Put on your boots, have a bite. Hitch up the trailer, get on the way. Shake off the fears you had last night down at the track. The gathering, the ones who race and the ones who cheer. Pretty soon now, it's happening. Get to the line, the time is near. They're dreaming down in Iowa, visions of victory. They're running around the oval, fresh tracks in history. The rubber burning engines screaming, putting it all on the line, fighting off your rivals, going around just one last time. And this time might be the last. Floor it now, drive fast. It's not your time, not this one. Pack it up, you're going home. But it ain't over, you're not done. Be back again and you're not alone. One can win it, the rest look on. It's not their turn, maybe someday soon. Back to bed, here comes the dawn. So you dream by light of the moon. They're dreaming down in Iowa, visions of victory. They're running around the oval, fresh tracks in history. Rubber burning engines screaming, putting it all on the line, fighting off your rivals, going around just one last time. And this time might be the last. Floor it now, drive fast. There goes the flag. Floor it now, drive fast. Iowa Speedway, new among the fold, a budding legend at 19 years old. The Corn 250, brand new race, comes round once a year and dominates a space. If you're seeking glory, if you want it all, you're feeling lucky, answer the call. Head down to Newton, hop in a seat, prove to the world you're the one to be. Though they're dreaming down in Iowa, visions of victory. Running around the oval, fresh tracks in history. Rubber burning engines screaming, putting it all on the line, fighting off your rivals, going around just one last time. They're flying down in Iowa, the race is on again. Gunning round the oval, pushing for the win. This could be the moment that you've been waiting for, your chance to show them all just what you've got in store. So come on now, give it the gas. Floor it now, drive fast. Floor it now, drive fast.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life that means forever. That's my long time. And I'm here to tell you, it's something else.
2 decades have shaped the world.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TNT. It's Tuesday Night Shock Series. We're back again. We're thawing it out, breaking off the icicles, and getting warmed up here to get the season started, get things kicked off. We are broadcasting live right now across the internet to you, and, well, who's we? It's me, Jolo, up in the booth with Big Al and Kobe. coming to you live over Inside Lane Productions, thanks to Team Watson Racing Setups, and we are going to show you what they've got to offer with 50 minutes going around Iowa Speedway. Big Al, how you doing this week, buddy? You staying warm, buddy?
Hey, yeah, man, doing the best we can down here in beautiful sunny Alabama, doing the best we can. It's been a little bit cold, just like it has been everywhere in the world, but it doesn't look too cold here tonight, Joe. I was just looking over there having a gander at the track temps and facts, man. Definitely been a while. Good to see these guys back on the track and excited to be back here with the TNT Tuesday series. Can't wait to see what everything we got in store this season.
We have plenty in store for sure, my friend. Plenty indeed, starting with, like we said here, Iowa Speedway. And it's a beautiful track. We've got, it's a little bit on the shorter side as far as some speedways go, but I really enjoy this track a lot. A little gentle banking here and there, plenty of lanes to work with. And as you saw with the conditions on the track, it's not too bad right now for a little night racing, a little night race action. As right now we've got, it looks like about, 12 cars, 10 cars out in the field right now?
Yep, we got 10. Simon Feld just joined the field, and that is going to round out a solid 10 for us here. And that is going to have to be enough to get it done.
Brilliant. I'm sure it will be. Let's look at the keys to the race, though, Big Al. Why don't you walk us through how to drive around Iowa?
Yep, first one's going to be rhythm and precision in traffic. This nice little bowl track that we got here, like you said, it's got a nice little bank to it. She's going to allow herself a lot of wide open throttle racing here, so drivers are just going to have to try to find that rhythm and that balance there, especially while they're in traffic. Next, managing the aero wash on the entry, going into those turns, you just got to make certain that when you're watching that air that you don't wash up this track, although it does lend itself for some full wide wide throttle wide open racing. You still have the propensity or the tendency to kind of get a little bit loose, and last but certainly not least, tire conservation over long runs. Now we'll talk about this a little bit later on, but I believe there is a change in the fuel. They've changed the percentage from 55 to 100, and that means these guys are going to have a lot longer run, so you're going to want to preserve the tires as much as you can so that you don't find yourself in a tire you don't want to necessarily manage tires more so than your fuel, if that makes any sense. You want to make sure you're saving your tires. Those are the keys of the race, Joe.
That makes sense to me, my man. Saving. That's the name of the game here. You got 50 minutes, no breaks. So it's going to be a matter of management. And now let's, I got this beautiful satellite cam here. The qualifying is about to kick off here any second. And we will get things kicked off. Let's talk about our picks for the race, though. Who do we think is going to win it all? Big Al, how about you go first this time?
Big Al coming back into this thing, looking at the board. I'm going to take Brian with a Y. Brian Labarge is coming back into this season. Hopefully he can get a little bit better start on this thing and not let Watson get the runaways. What about you there?
I like it.
Myself, I decided to go with the boss man this week, none other than himself, Wes Shear. He's not doing me any favours in practice at the moment. He's literally bottom of the ladder, so I only go and look in the mirror and have a good hard think about things. Over to you, J-Lo.
You got it. Hey, I went with James Watson this week. We were just talking to him, and I've got a good feeling about it. So, James Watson, if you're listening, I'm rooting for you, buddy, and I'm hoping that you are going to come out on top tonight, win it all here. So that makes your pick three, folks. If you're buying your lottery tickets, 8, 39, and 16 are your lucky numbers this week for the Lucky Lotto.
Yeah, it's not at $1 billion, so I ain't playing.
Yeah. I don't know. Does the pick three ever hit $1 billion?
No,
I don't think it ever gets that high.
I could really be inconvenienced by being a billionaire, but I don't think I want the hassles of being a millionaire.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that distinctly. Yep. And now qualifying is kicking off here, folks. Let's see how things go here. Out there on the field, eyes on a few different cars here. I think that's Tommy Cook. Oh, no.
It was. I switched out because he was doing nothing.
It was Tommy Cook. Very briefly there. And now out, you see him just hugging the outside wall as he gets there on his outlap for qualifying. In practice, everybody was within 2/10 of each other. Everybody was within 2/10 during practice. So let's see how that translates here into qualifying. See if they can keep up that great run of skill.
Yeah, definitely. Looking to see these guys get back to doing business. You got Connor Mins on your screen right there. Connor definitely had a solid season last year. This year, though, hopefully, like I said, he can do better. Everybody can do better. I think that's going to be our slogan for this season, Joe. I think it's just going to be do better. Also watching Naiji Camargo, I got him up on my screen as he is putting in a couple of laps as well. Line time starting to come in. Brian Labarge still going to be up top. Naiji Camargo, strong second place. And just like that, Drew Bernardi's going to go ahead and mop him out the way.
Yeah, he pushed him right off the list there. Camargo falls down to third, but still has a strong time. Okay, we got a few more times in. Any other upsets here in the top three? No, not yet. It's still Labarge, Bernardi, and Camargo. We got a few other names out there right now, though. Here's the 60 of Murray Pompiani. Oh, we got a spin. Eric Dubois just did a little pirouette, the 000 car.
Yeah, you probably want to get those out of the way early, especially while you're here, maybe in qualifying, you know?
Yeah. Start from the back. It's not going to be that bad.
Yep. Maybe he'll save himself some trouble a little bit later on down the line.
Got to look for the silver linings there. Here's a little instant replay action. Or that was the instant replay action, excuse me. Back to live right now. James Watson. Still putting down times. No. No times there. Watson losing it in the not good omen for what looks like the rest of the night.
Once I said, you got to make those mistakes during practice. You want to get those jitters out of the way, so that way once the race does start, man, you're clean. New season, everything's just starting out. Guys hadn't probably raced competitively for maybe a couple of weeks. You'd say some people definitely took a break, but tonight you just got to get back on that horse, man. You just got to settle into the saddle and understand that you're going to be in the boots. You're going to be in that seat for an hour solid.
Yeah.
So you definitely got to be ready to play with that.
That's right. That's exactly right, sir. Pompiani comes in, stops on a dime. And we've got two cars that did not get qualifying times in. Eric Dubois, James Watson, both of them opting instead to practice their Beyblade techniques in the middle of the road there.
Grab a quick ad break, boys.
And we'll be right back with a few ads here, after a few ads here, to bring you the beginning of this race and get things kicked off. So stay tuned, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Go.
Hey, folks, we're back, and we are gridding up now, getting ready to be underway here on the TNT Tuesday Night Thunder Shock Series. Here we are. Let's break it down. First person on the grid, Brian Labarge, out there in the first place slot. Second place is Drew Bernardi. Third is Nisha Camargo. Fourth is Murray Pompiani. And fifth is Connor Minzis. And Big Al, do the other half of the list for me, will you?
Yeah, that's going to put Wes Shire in 6th place. 7th place is going to show Tommy Cook. He's going to have Simon Fell on his outside. Then we got James Watson and Eric DeWatt rounding out this 10-car field here tonight, Joe. Getting ready to kick it off for the new 2026 season, leaving all of the woes from 2025 behind us so we can hopefully get this one started.
That's right. That's right. Shake it off. It's a new year. It's a new season. Everybody's feeling fresh, I hope.
Shake it off.
In the words of the great prophets, Taylor Swift, shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off. I don't know.
That's something like that. I think it goes like that.
It goes nothing like that.
Yeah, okay, well, we got a little feedback.
Why don't you sing it for us, Kobe? Huh?
There's nothing like that. So
My microphone's broken.
I could totally be known as misquoting Taylor Swift.
Okay, we've come out, and now lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get things going here on the next lap here, folks. Get ready, get excited. If you got a soda, go ahead and crack it open. If you got some popcorn, get it popping, because we are about to get started. Going into 1 and 2 here on the out lap, just on the cruising lap here. Just getting the tires warmed up is the 60. Alongside the number 7 there. Yep, that's Connor Minz's. Oh, Minz, excuse me. But right now, in front, Labarge and Bernardi are leading things off. There's the green flag, though. We are go, go, go here on Tuesday Night Shock Series.
Time to get it going. Here we go again. Brown Labarge wasting no time getting it going. James Watson back further in the field is going to make it 3 wide. Coming into 1 right here. He's going to slide right by Connor Minz. Going to go ahead and put that car now, I believe, in 5th position. Going to be watching Watson throughout tonight here. Hopefully he'll be able to kind of duplicate his dominant efforts from last season. So going to go ahead and secure him the better spot of 4th. For the back in the field. Still got 1 car that's going to be out of line, though. Other than that, everybody's kind of getting into the single foul. Duck, duck, goose. A lot of racing left here, Joe. Got an instant replay for you right here on your screen.
This is Dubois, Eric Dubois, the man alone a little bit. Ooh,
that's that draft we were talking about. You know, and he being back in the back of the field like that, there's a lot of turbulent air back there. So it's a battle of the little wings. Unfortunately, his little wing went round and round.
That's right. And now he's got no one to help him. No draft to find at all.
Yeah, and that's not a good feeling, especially in a track like this. And these guys don't generally throw the caution flag up front now. Brian Labarge is going to have himself just a little bit of a challenge there. Drew Bernardi is going to be down on the inside now. Easy Camargo also. But guess what? Here comes James Watson. Watson just jumped all the way from 4th to 2nd like that. It's going to be down on the inside running directly against LaBarge. Brian knew that this contender was coming. He saw it, felt it relative, but no one wants to be challenged this early on in the race. Remember, when we're talking about trying to save tires, it's really hard to do that because you see these guys are still duking it out, Joe. They're still side by side up front, pretty much all the way through the entire field.
Yeah, they are just about side by side through the whole field here, 2 wide by 2 wide. It's a little bit staggered, but not completely. It is still a 2 wide situation up here in the front for second. For first, at least, LaBarge and Watson still right next to each other here. Camargo and Bernardi right next to each other as well. And then potentially 3 wide behind them. We'll see. The number 60 of Pompiani is trying to figure out where to go. But the 16 of West Shire is also trying to figure that out. They're trying to answer the same question here, and neither of them quite has figured out the answer.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to find it right now, especially not through the first 10 laps or so. This is one of those things where the answer to the test are going to probably lie within the third quarter of the race. So I'm thinking somewhere at about the 45-minute mark, guys will have enough information in to be able to understand the moves that they're going to need to make that's going to put them here at least on the podium, but everybody's looking for the win. Getting a W this early in the season, Joe, that would be a big boost to any team. But right now, James Watson kind of starting off the season right where he left last season there, as he is going to take the lead here. And all behind him just looks like we've got some vinegar and oil. Just everything's just mixed up.
All right, we'll check it in with the leaders real quick. James Watson has just about a half car edge on Brian LaBarge, but every time you get to a straightaway, LaBarge he closes that gap right back up. Let's see here. A lot of movement between the two lines as well. Not really like trading cars, just a lot of lateral movement between the top and the bottom line. You know what? If I almost had to venture a guess right now, I'd say Brian LaBarge is in the middle lane. He's not in the top lane. He's not running with the top. He's running the middle.
Yeah, definitely. He is running where he's comfortable, I think, is the better said statement. You don't want to be tied down to just one. They're trying to find the speed on this racetrack, trying to find the line that's going to get them around the track. Right now they got a little bit, got some tires, got some time on the tires, so they're trying to figure out, can I keep through this thing just with my foot on the throttle? How long is that even going to last? How does that even look 10 minutes from now?
Well, let's see. 10 minutes from now could be an awful long time, but these guys have got the discipline and they've got the drive. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's good to see these guys back on the road. I got to say, I missed the TNT Shock Series here. It's a great series. I love a little open wheel racing. And what we've got here is some of just the highest little crew in terms of driving some of the most fun open wheel I've seen in a long time. So I'm really glad that we got a chance to get out here and do this all again, Big Al.
Yeah, I don't really get a chance to do a lot of open wheel racing at all, I'll be honest with you. Just kind of stuck with the ovals, well, that's kind of where my jam's at. But yeah, man, I really do like the wings. It's an awesome opportunity for guys to get out and just, in the case of these cars, they're super fast, they're super sporty, and ultra competitive.
Yeah, it's pure racing. It's beautiful. Get everybody in the same car, nice and fast, nice and sporty. Like you said, what could go wrong?
Yeah, well, there's plenty to go wrong here. We're just watching these guys as they make their way through the track. Watching the 000 of Mr. Dubois, he is definitely going to be out there by himself, and his best opportunity to get any help is going to be once this field comes around him right now. We just haven't seen the cautions, which is a great thing. Hopefully we won't see any. But they're going to be knocking on his door sooner than later.
Yeah, they are. There's going to be at least 2 knocks on his door he's going to have to deal with and answer. And we're going to watch it play out here live. Up in the front now, Drew Bernardi making a push. Brian Labarge has moved well into first place here. James Watson falling back a little bit.
Yeah, Brian finally got that break that he was looking for, and that was just enough. Now he's kind of got that bubble between him and the rest of the pack, which is allowing him to kind of push a little bit more forward. And he's going to want to maintain that. Watson down on the bottom, watch him. I think he is definitely going to be down on the inside the majority of the night, trying to find the right connection, trying to find that right formula that he's going to need, because his car, as we've seen on most tracks, he likes to run the low line.
Yeah, Watson does. He usually is down there very close to the line, running a low line, which is great for geometry. You know, it's what you think you just should be doing most of the time in these kind of situations. You want to use the part of the track that makes the track physically smaller from your car's point of view.
Yep.
And now, you're out in the front. Ryan Labarge still leading things with Bernardi right behind. Bernardi says, okay, I want to get a slice of this myself. He takes it down to the inside, and it's Drew Bernardi and James Watson running away with it.
Yeah, now it's the 3 wide here, Joe, for the lead. Brian Barge is going to come down just a little bit. Watson holding that bottom line and doing the best that he can. Going to have a little bit of action coming from the top. Now you see he's going to go back up there. He's going to be behind Bernardi, trying to get the draft around. 3 cars working together on the bottom.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's really impressive.
Yeah, how fast were they actually able to reel in the barge right there? They burst his bubble pretty quick.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. It popped almost immediately. He had very little chance to capitalize off of his gains here.
Capital gains. He was taxed.
He was taxed on his capital gains.
That's right.
Too true.
It's the season, right?
Tis the season. Yeah, all those W-2s are getting mailed out.
Yeah, well, a big shout out to my wife, Monica Lashane. She's out there making sure that she's all over the sales and use tax, making sure that clients don't pay the premium.
Very good. Ooh, big thread the needle moment there for Drew Bernardi. Shoots up through the track, takes the top spot.
Speaking of taking the top spot, James Watson has drifted all the way back to the back now. I think he kind of made his point. You got to see just how much he could push the issue. Now I think he's going to go back in conservation mode, because remember, like I said, they extended this. They have 100% fuel range. And talking to James before the race, Kobe, big problems down on the track. Caution's going to be out for the first time. Couple cars definitely going to be tore up. We're going to unpack that as we roll along, but that could not have happened for a better time for Brian Dubois. Looks like the 60 and the 200 made contact there.
That's right, and I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Big Al, but when I saw this, I just about spit out my drink.
Yeah, it looks like Drew bounced off the wall there.
Yep, Tommy Cook, Eric Dubois, both getting into each other there.
Pompiani and
Pompiani,
Cook.
yeah.
the best thing that's going to happen on that is for Eric Dubois, because he will actually be able to get his lap back. As you watch right there, Bernardi just kind of goes up, gets him to the wall. Oh, wow. Nice run. Just lost a couple wings. They can fix those things. They snap right back on. Caution's out. We're going to go ahead and take a step away. After this, we're going to watch this replay one more time. Then, actually, no, we're going to step away, get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Hey folks, we are back here on TNT. That's the Tuesday Night Thunder Shock Series. And we have had our first yellow of the race. Unfortunately, it was Pompiani and Cook. Looks like Cook got into Pompiani there. And now we're going to have a little bit of a shakeup on the field, but we're going to get things started once again. Cook is still getting repaired at this time. Pompiani's back out. And Brian Labarge leads things off as the pace car's lights are off, which means we're going to get going very soon.
Single file restart here, Joe, kicking it off for 2026. First restart of 2026. Hopefully we can get this one off and rock it without a hitch as well. Lights just off on the pace car.
That's right, lights off now. One more short lap around, and we'll be hitting the skinny pedal. In the meantime, I want to thank the sponsors of the TNT series for keeping the lights on and turning them on here for yet another series.
Yeah, man, that's how we pay the bills. I put my kids through school.
And I want to thank you folks for watching at home and tuning in. Really appreciated. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and do us a favor. Show us your love for Inside Lane Productions.
Green flag.
And there we go.
Waste no time kicking it in the air. One car's going to fall back. Looks like that's going to be Bernardi right off. Nope, that's not Eiji Camargo actually getting off to a rough start. Something not working in that car correctly.
Yep, not quite there. Not quite there. Meanwhile, out in front, Labarge holding on. Shear looking good. Back a little further, though. That's where the action starts. Connor Mins leading things with Watson on the inside. Watson pulling ahead just a little bit, but can't capitalize. It falls back, still side by side with Connor Mins going into 3 and 4.
You know, at some point, though, Joe, somebody's going to have to play. They're going to have to play the ball game, because right now it looks like we're sitting right at 33 minutes left, time remaining. Now, we talked to Watson before the race, and he said that, hey, full tank of gas is going to get us somewhere around 30 to 33 minutes. 34 minutes, 33, 35. Those are the numbers that I heard. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, if these guys can serve and save They should be able to make it all the way to the end. But it's going to be a conservation race because the tires have to make it as well.
Watching now, still where the battle is at. Mins just gets passed by Watson. Watson finding every bump in the road, trying to get to that the smooth section of Iowa here.
I mean, Iowa's one of these tracks where you either love Iowa or you love Iowa. It's just that's the only way that it works. Because if you don't love this place, then you don't exist here.
Wow. Well said. Powerful words.
Yeah. Just looking at the field, man, these guys are tightly knit. That 00 car, he is still the only car that's being shown. Well, actually, he is back on the lead lap. Tommy Cook still behind the fence wall. I think he is not coming back tonight. He's on some 9 laps down. So, look, this is a points race, right? First race of the season. You're getting the top 10 finish out of this no matter how you look at it.
That's right. Any way you look at it, any way you slice it. Back in this middle pack, though, Simon Fell behind Camargo. Fell was able to make his way ahead of Connor Mins. And then he just got into the back of Camargo just a little bit, but not enough to unseat either of them. And they're both looking pretty good, just trying to avoid the air on each other, I think, as we go flying into the back stretch.
Watson tucked into third. LaBarge still out front. Shire made his way all the way back up to the front of this thing.
I've still got eyes on this little group that starts with Camargo.
Yeah, LaBarge definitely getting out front, and I think a lot of that is probably going to be because they're not going to chase him as hard, Joe. I mean, getting back to what I said there, this is going to be a race of conservation. And if he's elected that he's not going to go for it, I mean, he's going to go for it. You know, probably either leaning on the fact that there'll be a caution, or maybe he's just hoping that, you know, he'll make a stop and go. As most pits are stop and goes.
Yeah. That'd be nice. As right now the whole field has become a single file field. I don't think we have any two wides right now. Right, coming back around here to the front, looking for the line. In terms of time, folks, we have now officially just about crossed the 30 minutes left mark. 29 minutes, 10 seconds left in tonight's race.
It's going to be a drag race for the majority of that. These guys definitely seems like everybody is dialed in one way or another to a strategy. Now, it's been a lot more single file racing during this stint than we did last stint. Last stint seemed like there were a lot more racing. Now that the caution came and pit stops have happened, these guys are really kind of racing like they want to be here towards the end of this thing.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. They are showcasing. And here we are enjoying I'm enjoying it. I think this race has been fun so far. We've got pretty steady, consistent driving, and that's great.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
It means that we've got good, consistent performances to look forward to all year, and we'll be able to make some fun predictions based on how people do, what their driving style is like, and really get to know these drivers, as opposed to, chaos happening every 2 seconds, and you don't get to know anybody.
Yeah, one thing I'm witnessing right now, I'm observing, looks like Watson has decided that no longer are they going to allow Brian Labarge to just sit out there and run uncontested. They're going to actually get up there and kind of grab and grope him a little bit. Get him back in the dirty air, mess his hair up.
And Murray Papiani in the 60. He's back a little ways, but Pompiani was very fast during practice, and I think that he's just maybe holding back a little bit.
Oh, this is that conservation. This is the time to kind of conserve. 27 minutes remaining.
Yep. 27 minutes.
Notice these guys are all kind of working together now. Very little battling going on down there now. Now you got a lot of, me help you, you help me kind of scenarios unfolding.
On the barge. Leading things. James Watson's so close, though. Even though it says a second, that second is getting smaller and smaller.
If we're going to make it happen.
Man alive.
Connor Mans, Murray Pompiani. This is funny. Sometimes I amaze myself. These guys kind of in the back a little bit. Drew Bernardi also. Simon fell as well. And so it seems like a lot of guys are just kind of taking a little bit of a more relaxed approach here. As you see Watson and Shire also swap places.
Speaking of places swapping, there's going to be an attempted one right here.
They bring a little bit of the racing aspect for us here. This is that lull time here. But 10 minutes, Joe. I think that in about 10 minutes, the drivers are going to have to start to kind of cinch those straps up a little bit tighter. Decisions are going to have to be made.
Start adjusting for places and times.
Right now, they still have choices, but the choice window is quickly closing.
Yeah, I don't want to shut on you guys. Come on. Once it does, you just got to race the same line as everybody else. And you only get your opportunities exactly where you know you're going to get them. Rocking up here, crossing the line, across the top, 24 minutes left. It's Labarge, Shire, and Watson, the unofficial 1, 2, 3 right now here at Iowa Speedway. Folks, we're just tuning in. We've got the Tuesday Night Thunder Shock Series starting up right now. Every Tuesday night, we're going to do some open wheel racing. And right now, we've got this bad boy.
Bad boy still got a long ways to go. 23:35 hack. Everybody now seems to have a strategy. And they won't share with us what that strategy is going to be. But there's got to be more than one that is in play on that racetrack. That's all I can say about that.
All right, yeah. The strategies at play.
The
strategies are going to be what are everything tonight, I think, man. They're literally everything.
Yeah, then there would not be such a gap between first and second if these guys were not. I mean, it's 3 seconds right now that Labarge has over these guys, so they're definitely conserving, and he is not. And we're gonna have to, and we're gonna get to see which way works the best.
Yes, we are. We'll test it all. Eyes on West Shear, though. Okay.
Starting to break it up now, starting to wobble around just a little bit. 22 minutes left. We got one car got out of the draft. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're getting back together again. We're looking like the Temptations out here.
Good reference. Very good reference.
Let's get the band back together. Brian then went solo. Having a very, very successful solo career, might I add. And right now, James and Wes are fighting over who's going to be the new lead.
Fighting indeed. Who's going to win this fight?
James has a lower voice, usually. Shire, usually a little bit higher on the pitch.
Right now, my money is on, obviously it's on Watson. Oh, we got a turn. Camargo.
Yazi, that's not going to help his callings at all. He is now going to definitely be struggling, losing the draft without some help of some sort from a caution or, he can pretty much wrap up his hopes of actually winning this thing. Now he is below the yellow coming on down pit road. Not sure if this was a scheduled pit, but it's happening. Gonna lose a couple laps on this one. So this would definitely be the mark for green flag pit stops minus a half. Man, he is still coming down pit road. Wow.
Still moving.
This guy's coming. He's going to go another lap down. That's 2.5 solid laps there.
All right. And with the pit stop coming down, anybody else coming down?
No, he's still behind the wall there, so I don't know if he's maybe trying on hats or throwing his in.
We'll see. Hey, we're sub 20 minutes, though. Not bad. Focusing here on West Shire out in front. James Watson right behind. James Watson looking maybe on the inside, seeing if he can get a little purchase there. Maybe he can find some room, but nope. Shire's going to take it down. Almost a little bit of a diamond shape there. Just touching the inside of the apex before popping back out to the outside. But Watson has got room on the inside. I think he's going to try to use it. And it looks like Camargo is out of the race. He's done.
Yeah, that one little bop, man, unfortunately for him, was a little bit more than I'm afraid that he wanted to be. And this thing being so tight down here, I mean, sometimes it's just best to go ahead and just take what is it, a ninth place finish?
That's right. Yep, 9th place for him. Ninth place, and we're still rolling. Brian Labarge now at the bottom of the field with Wes Shire up at the top. Simon Fell just made a pass. Murray Pompiani and Simon Fell battling it out. They're still side by side. Ooh.
Still side by side.
Bit of a wiggle there from Pompiani. Bell is holding on to the speed on the outside line. And there we go. Pompiani slides back.
And, you know, so LaBarge actually did pit. Now he's a lap down. These other guys definitely are going to go the distance without pitting. And that's the story. That looks like what we're going to see. And I don't think Brian's going to gain enough from tire, you know, his tire improvement to even close this gap. So, interesting decision there.
In this field, James Watson is always diving down to that inside line. He's constantly signaling that he is there, that there's a spot for him potentially on the inside, but he's the only car that's going down quite that far. Or at least he's the furthest up car going down that far. Round and round they go. Shire holding on to the lead very well, but cannot let go of the gas. At this point, if Shire makes any adjustment or tuning to his turning, it is going to be potentially disastrous for him. You know, any amount of little adjustment can cause a cascade of bad luck that result in you losing places, losing position. You really... It's easy to know, but you also never know. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah, we were watching this thing intently, you know, especially through practice. And LaBarge, he had the car to beat. Now, the difference is he is no longer up front because of his pit choice. And Watson really wasn't, I don't know if he's actually, you know, going to be able to just hammer this thing out as flat as he's going to need to. I think Shire is gonna give him a run for his money. So it's just waiting to see when that's going to happen now, because we're at the 15-minute mark. So this would be the time where drivers would actually start to go ahead and get in that gate, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
get in really, the gate is a good way to put it.
Yeah, you're kind of past the conservation point at this point. You either know you can make it or you can't.
Yeah, and if you know you can't make it, there's not really too much point. I mean, in certain circumstances, you can have a point of pride. You try to finish the race on little to no fuel, but in most cases, you're better off just getting the fuel and taking your licks. You don't want to run out of gas during a race.
Nope.
So with 3 drivers right now, excuse me, not 3 drivers, 7 drivers right now on the lead lap. 3 drivers currently out of lead lap distance. That's Brian Labarge, Camargo, and Cook, who are, Brian Labarge is the only one of those 3 who's actually still racing. It looks like it's an 8-man field.
Eight drivers all locked in here with their eye on the prize. Lots of guys had big dreams and aspirations tonight. Slowly, those are starting to clear from the fog, and drivers start to see how they stack up. And for some guys, maybe they're liking what they see. Some guys, maybe they're going to have to work a little bit harder. But as we get ready to get into the final minutes of this thing, I want to see who's got something left.
Yeah. Yeah, who's got a little extra in the tank? That's a good question. Who's got an additive? It'd be nice to see who's got that little extra drop of something that they can drop in and hit the red line. Up here in the front, Wes Shire, James Watson. Watson leading the little group of three. Shire still a little bit ahead of Watson. Ooh, Watson's got a little bit of a slide there in the car. But Shire is holding on to things out in front extremely well. He's like the Iceman. He's just locked into his position, and he has not had to actively defend it in some time.
Yeah, these tires definitely starting to wear.
You think so? Yeah, on Watson?
Oh yeah. Well, I think on the top five.
Yeah.
You know, right.
Oh, definitely top five.
They're starting to feel it, a little bit longer in the tooth. It should have, unfortunately, caution come out. Is actually going to put Mr. LaBarge in quite the predicament, as these guys are slowly catching the 000 of Eric Dubois. Dubois is going to be doing what he can to keep from going a lap down again. He spent most of the first part of the race going a lap down to a single car spin.
These 7 or 8 cars here remaining on the field have got to just turn another 10 minutes a lap, Big Al, and then it's all over. And we'll crown the first winner of the TNT Tuesday Night Shock Series.
Yeah, and right now, man, there's a handful of drivers that could be this thing far from over. So still not quite at the 10-minute mark. You're going to see drivers they're going to have to start doing different things. Got to mix it up. You got to try anything you can now to try to find an advantage. And the further Shire pulls away, the further Shire pulls away, the harder it's going to be for these guys to put their arms around them again. So somebody somewhere needs to start coming up with a plan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there goes the 16 up very briefly. Making his way there was Eric Dubois, who is now a lap down again, or officially 1 lap down.
Yeah, now Eric he's got to hope that he can get it kind of slip to the back, get in that slipstream, so it doesn't fall all the way back around here. He's going to want to try to hold on to these guys as long as he can. You don't want that 000, he doesn't want it to fall through the field like a block of melting ice. He wants that thing to kind of hold up a little bit, kind of get in the draft, get pulled along.
Yeah, one can hope.
Absolutely. Brian LaBarge still hoping that somebody will throw him a lifeline, as he is all by he lonesome. Further in the back there. But
yeah,
it was
can't even see him right now.
Yeah, got one car high up on the wall there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be Eric Dubois. That's going to be that drag that we were talking about. Now he's going to be falling through the field. He's going to be back off the pace again. So it just shows his car was probably ill handling all night, Joe. Just not where he wanted it to be, where he needed it to be, and definitely he's not going to end up anywhere near where they should be tonight. You know, you cannot afford to have a bad night. Everybody has off nights, but you just cannot afford to have a bad night. A bad night will end your season here early on. It's still early, so these guys, I don't want to be Debbie Downer. They can actually get back out there, you know, but they're going to have fewer DNFs. They're going to have fewer bad nights.
Yeah. You got to keep the car in the race as long as you can.
Yeah,
you get a DNF, it's not going to help anybody.
I mean, I can call a square dance, I can order a pizza, but I cannot, you know, not give you a bad night.
Alrighty.
I'll give you a pizza.
Oh, and I do appreciate that. Believe me. Oh, I was just thinking about having pizza earlier tonight, but I went with having a big sandwich instead, and I think it was costing me. Ugh. The itis
like
real
pizza.
bad right now.
Yeah, I like pizza.
I love pizza. It just doesn't agree with me much anymore.
Yeah, pizza.
It's wild.
Pizza's got bread in it.
It's got all the major food groups in it. It's a beautiful thing.
I like pizza with bread.
I do. I like ordering extra bread to go with my pizza. So, because I miss having more bread.
I need some sauce with my pizza.
Yeah.
Gotta have the sauce.
Delicious sauce.
Getting sported back up front now. Westshire having a challenger in the form of Simon Fell. Fell dragging Watson with him. Watson also going low. Watson real low right now. Below the line low. Like, what's going on, low?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Didn't see that, and unfortunately, he's
Was
gonna
that
feel that one in the morning. Yes.
Was that
Simon
Drew
Fell?
Bernardi or Fell?
Oh, it was Drew Bernardi. Good call.
There we go. There we go.
That's why you make the,
Drew
that's why you make the
Bernardi.
big bucks, Joe.
Yep.
And I'm kind of curious about the late stoppage. I mean, are these guys gonna have to stop with 5 minutes remaining? Or are they gonna be able to make it? Because if they're gonna be coming down pit road, Watson comes out right along with the 8 car. These two gonna be drag racing now for position. You got the 86 down pit road right now. Still, I don't know if Drew's actually gonna make a comeback or if he's just gonna go ahead and hang it up. But we're going to be watching pit road now more intently as more drivers seem to start heading towards that direction. I didn't see that coming. About you, Joe? Did you see that?
No, sir. I didn't see late pit stops after like 5 minutes left at all on this bingo card right now.
I mean, 5 minutes left to go a lap down. That's a tall order.
It is. It is. It's a very tall order. Track like this, even though it's a smaller track, 5 minutes feels like a long time. It's not. It's going to fly by. And during that time, you have to outdrive your entire previous personal best and potentially the personal best of the guy you're trying to pass. That's so hard.
Yeah, you got Brian LaBarge and James Watson battling for what would be 5th position, and you'd think these guys are actually battling for the lead with just 4 minutes and some odd seconds remaining in this thing. The conversation is going to start to lead back up front, where we're going to be talking specifically about the 16 of Westshire, the 256 of Simon Fell. Simon Fell, play these cards right. Him and Westshire right now looks like they are the Pod Pipers, as they are not showing any indication of coming down pit road, and they still have a sizable lead on the rest of the field. Connor Menzies would love to get up here in the action, but right now he just doesn't have the grip that it takes to get up front. and then pump a knee. But other than that, man, what a show here if these guys can continue this towards the end of this thing.
Yeah, I think that they will, man. I think that this is just they're going to continue this energy. They're going to continue this drive all the way up across the line, and then hopefully straight into the next race that we do.
Didn't see this one coming. I knew it was going to be, fuel. We talked about fuel. Fuel was going to be an issue as we're down to 10 laps officially to go, but we didn't know how big of an issue fuel was going to be. We knew that there was going to be some math involved because usually these guys are running a 55% of the capacity of the fuel tank. Tonight, decisions were made to make that 100%, and obviously us seeing that and that being the first time in this series, you could see that it really kind of threw some guys for a loop there as they were trying to make the best choice for their team.
You've got to make teams making the best choice for your team involves a little bit of self-sacrifice, though. Sometimes you know what I mean.
Sure, but I want you to explain to them what you mean.
Well, if you're on a team and you're driving, I often am guilty, Big Al, of not really knowing who's on whose team. Sometimes when I'm calling races, I try to get the cheat sheet in front of me, but I'll start being like, oh, this driver A is being really aggressive or competitive with driver B, and it's like they're teammates. Well, yeah, they're teammates, but only one of them can actually win. Only one of them can actually get position, and if it's going to be a matter of only one of them, well, then one of them has to make some kind of sacrifice.
Another car, West Shire down on pit road right now. What's going on, man? West, why? 6 laps to go, West down pit road. It's going to take a long time to get the stinker dog off of that one. He's going to be pretty poopy with 5 to go now. We're still going to be watching intently. It's going to come down to Simon Fell and Connor Menzies. Will these guys be able to make it for the duration? Or are they going to stutter too? 5 laps, can they go? Right now, I mean, I'm wondering. No one asked me, Joe. No one called me and said, Big Al, what should we do?
Mm-hmm. No one gave you a call?
No one called me.
Down to 48 seconds left in the race here.
I bet a lot of guys are starting to wish they would have made that phone call now.
Yeah.
Ooh. Coming down. I think the white flag is going to be out.
Yep, it's going to be flying any minute now.
What a story.
Here comes Simon Fell. He's currently in the lead. Connor Mins and Murray Pompiani behind.
2 to go is what I'm showing. And look, Watson and Labarge are still kicking it hard here. They got West Shire up in the mix. Little Eric Dubois sauce on top with it sitting in a Bernardi bowl. These guys are rolling on it. And the guys up front, are they okay?
I don't know, but here comes Simon Fell, and Simon Fell has taken the win.
Wow.
Here at Iowa with look at that. Very, very close back there, but James Watson's going to just avoid the podium, as it's going to be Simon Fell, Connor Mins, and Murray Pompiani with a 1, 2, 3 at Iowa.
That's awesomeness. That is some awesome sauce. I'm telling you, to start this season off, and I was saying there's a handful of drivers that had a chance. I mean, there was 9 of them when we started this thing, because you always know there's one guy that doesn't have a snowball chance, and heck, he's playing me tonight. But we knew coming into this it was going to be new season, new energy, new rules, right? But Simon Fell, Connor Menzies, and Mr. Pompiani bringing it home there in the top 3. That is awesome as we're watching Fell burn it down right now in his celebratory format. Not sure how many races Fell has won here, if he even won last year. We'll have to find out. I'm sure we'll bring you that information and much more. But I'll tell you what, right now we're going to take a step away, get a brief word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the podium finishers of tonight's event.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the post-race show here from the TNT Tuesday Night Shock Series. Tuesday Night Thunder Shock Series. Let's break down the unofficial results here. It goes like this. Simon Fell in first, then Connor Mins, Murray Pompiani, James Watson, Brian Labarge, and Wes Shear. After that, we'll just break down the list real fast. Eric Dubois, Drew Bernardi, Nija Camargo, and Tommy Cook for your 10-car field. And in just a moment here, we are going to I'm going to pass the mic on over to Big Al. Big Al's going to talk with Murray Pompiani, and we're going to see how things went for third place. Take it away, Big Al.
Hey, Murray Pompiani, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Yes, I do. How's it going?
Hey, congratulations to you. You got to be feeling pretty good tonight coming down here, man. Starting this thing off where you did, rolling the dice, and actually finishing it in third place. And I'm going to tell you, there was a roll of the dice there, and I'm going to let you talk to us about that a little bit. At which point did you decide that you guys were going to risk it for the biscuit and go all the way?
Oh, there was a certain point after I had given up a couple spots. I was disappointed with myself, and then I realized that my the fuel calculator said if I pit, I would only need like 0.3 gallons of fuel. And I was like, there's no way that I can't save that. So I backed off, and I lost the pack. But like, maybe halfway through that final run, I was already down in 6th. So I was like, screw it. I'm the last car in the lead lap. Let's just go for it. And I'm so happy that it paid off. I had 0.1 gallons of fuel left at the end.
That's all you need, man, right?
Yeah.
Anything other than that's a waste. I mean, that is awesome. So how does Iowa stack on your list of faves there as far as racetracks? Is this a track that you kind of had a good feeling about coming into, that like maybe you could throw this thing on the podium, or is this something that like you're feeling like this is a wave of energy that's going to boost you guys here, through the season?
I feel like Iowa in this series, it's always a wild card because it's always a pack race, and I feel like my pack racing isn't the strongest, but I was optimistic, and we got caught up in a wreck early on, but we overcame that, didn't get too much damage, and my mindset for these races is always just keep the car clean and try to finish. So, but yeah, I'm super happy with the podium. I'll take it. Overjoyed.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Congratulations. Who you shouting out after your third place overall dominant performance here tonight?
I'll shout out Grizzled Graphics. If you need art, graphic design, iRacing paints, I'd be happy to help you out. You can check my website out, grizzledgraphics.com. Just actually released a comic book as well. It's called Bearing with Life. And I'd like to shout out my buddy Meadow and my husband Joe for kind of coaching me through this race, and they helped me with some of the math on that fuel run.
All right, man. Solid performance there for you guys. As I always say, don't party too hard, Mr. Pompiani, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty, hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, back to you, Joe.
You got it, Big Al. And we're going to switch things over, and we're going to go ahead and talk to our race winner here, Simon Fell. Let's get him up in the booth, and we will have words there. Simon Fell, can you hear us okay?
Hey, I got you.
Ah, wonderful. Hey, congratulations on that first place finish, my friend.
Thanks, man. What a race.
What a race. Yeah, 50 solid minutes of racing, and then you managed to make it work with a good fuel strategy there, my man. We just talked to Murray Pompiani, and he just made the decision to save fuel and just to go out. He ended the race with 0.1 in the tank. How did you fare?
Yeah, I ended with less than a liter left.
Oh.
And I spent 90% of that second stint just sat in the draft saving fuel.
Just saving fuel, man. And then that worked out as everybody was going in for these late pits. It looks like you just cycled your way to the front. You had a fantastic finish to the race here tonight. Wasn't really until the end of the race that we saw you leading things, but you managed to hold on to that lead really, really well. Do you like driving Iowa? Is this a track that you enjoy?
Yes, it's a great track. I've done 10 million laps here or something stupid like that. This is it's always a great race in this car.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think it was my co-host Big Al said you either love Iowa or you love Iowa, and I think that's a pretty accurate statement for a lot of the drivers here who have been enjoying this so far. And this is going to set you up pretty good, my man, to get things kicked off here in the TNT Tuesday Night Thunder Shock Series. Are you looking forward to the next race we got coming up?
Yeah, I mean, Shock's always such a great league to run, and best start to the season you can ask for.
Yeah, right, with a big win. Anyone you want to shout out to or thank for your performance?
My family at home, and thanks to everyone involved in running TNT. It's such a great league.
All right, Simon, thank you for joining us up here in Victory Lane. Everybody, that was Simon Fell. Simon, you go celebrate, my man, but don't celebrate too hard.
Woo!
That's what I like to hear. Simon Fell, everyone. That was first place, and that was the interviews, and that's going to be the show, actually. Big Al, how you feeling after that?
Man, I'm telling you what, I'm feeling like I got to flip a coin, Joe. I don't know if I got enough gas to make it all the way through the end of this race. Oh, wait, I did. I just got that much left in the tank, man. Wow, what a show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you're going to see some information on screen, folks, that might help you if you're interested in becoming a sponsor here for TNT Promotions, or if you're interested in becoming a sponsor with Inside Lane. We've got all kinds of information, all kinds of opportunities here. Follow that information on screen for more to learn a little bit more about what we do and how we can help you out. Big thanks to James Watson. Big thank you to everybody over there at TNT for putting this together tonight. And thank you, Big Al, for joining me up in the booth. Thanks, Kobe, for pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, making it all happen. Be sure to stay up to date with us on YouTube and Facebook. And folks, take care. Have a great rest of your week. We will see you next week for more on Inside Lane Productions. Have a good one.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.